The Safa flies free.
Indeed.
Bro had a legendary run in Japan.
Hmm.
All right. Okay. This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
I need drugs. I need my caffeine. Ah.
Yeah, because you give Callie a new one. And it would be one of those.
Did I remember to refill my water distiller?
Remember when they would like to chew on the pig's ear?
No. I'm good at this.
Indeed.
It's a Friday and no one shows up. What a shame, what a shame.
Well, we know Max isn't going to be here.
Yeah, we knew that.
Surprised about Kaz. Though he's probably going to show up a little bit later.
Yeah. I'm surprised about Sign, but he's probably trying to do something stupid.
When isn't he?
Okay. Stupider than normal Gray. He has a standard. It's just, the bar's low.
Bar is at the core of the earth.
I wouldn't say the bar is that low. Above the mantle, at least.
No. The highest I will go is the outer core.
Generous.
Indeed. Most likely he's inner core, though.
I see.
Speak of the devil and he appears.
Really? Hold up.
Yeah, Gray was just going on and on about your virtues.
Of which there are none.
What did I do to
Yes.
piss him off this time?
Exist.
Ah.
Yes. But yeah, so Atten's choking down a big fat log right now of meat. He's putting all of his skills that he gained in college to work to swallow that meat as fast as possible without using any teeth.
Jesus.
It's going to be a rough ride for him, but I think he can put away. What? Is there any other references I can fit into that?
Maybe.
No, don't think so. Anyway, so Atten already saw this, but I didn't quite share it on the server. But I'll tell you an abbreviated version right now. My sister is realizing politics that I had in 2008 were the correct ones.
Yep.
Just to be clear,
Wow,
she
color me
is
shocked.
still a pro-empathy,
Of course.
anti-government person, but at least she's anti-government. We're working on the rest, you know?
We're getting there.
We're working on it, yeah. But she apparently didn't realize I worked at ICE, or she forgot I worked at ICE for a little bit. And I was just like, yeah, I worked at ICE.
Did she go on a rant about how you were evil for
Yeah,
working at ICE
evil and
supporting?
racist and blah blah blah, yeah. Yeah.
Did you tell her
shebang.
about the time with the girl?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's the last messages I sent her, and she hasn't responded back since then.
Of course
Because
not. It
I
broke
started
her.
it off with let me pull that up here. I started off with you know, personally, blah blah blah. This is why I think we need to have a crackdown and have law and order restored. You are the one who constantly talks about having empathy and stuff like that, but too often I see an extreme lack of empathy for the native population of the country. I linked her a bunch of videos of, you know, invaders enriching the local culture.
Doing some cultural enrichment. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, not just men, women too, and children. And I'm like, there's hundreds of these videos. I'm not gonna link you all of them. But you know, during my time at ICE, here's all the things that happened, and here's what I remember. And I mean, you know, it's terrible fucking circumstances. You know, an old man calls you and he's like, well, can you get rid of the cartel members harassing me? And I'm like, unfortunately, sir, the state you're in has elected that you're a sanctuary city. So no. And he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get my gun, and this is the last time you're gonna hear from me.
Okay.
It's like, yeah,
Yep.
fucking, you know, 82-year-old man with his 44 revolver doing a last stand against cartel members because we won't enforce the laws that we voted for.
Of course not. Because, you know, those invaders are more important than his life or your life or my life. We've got to do some population replacement. Well, can't make an
Or
omelet
something.
without breaking a few eggs.
All the eggs, apparently.
Yes.
But, yeah, you know, just classic stuff. And just like, oh, you know, no one's illegal. I'm like, yeah, sure. No one's illegal. I mean, you know, unless you're, of course, you're a second child in China. Then you're illegal.
Or a
But,
daughter in China.
well,
Firstborn
no,
daughter.
they just kill those because they can't carry on the family name, which is different.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. But I was just like, you know, sure, there's no such thing as an illegal person, but you know, you can be a criminal and you can commit crimes like trespassing and breaking and entering and assault and rape and murder, drug dealing,
Of course.
human trafficking,
All the
human
bad things, yes.
exploitation, slavery, You know, the fun things in life.
Ah, yes. What is good in life?
She didn't have a response to that, you know. She tried to do
What's
the
that?
oh, you know, we're on stolen land. I hit her with the Cameron,
No, we're
you
fucking
know,
not.
everything. Everyone is on land that was not originally theirs. You know how they got that land? They killed the people
They
that
took it.
originally had that land. And that's been going on for 100,000 years. So
Pretty
don't
much.
slap me with that with stolen land bullshit.
Well,
We didn't
it's the
steal
only
this land. We killed fair and square for it.
it's the only response they have, and they think that the whole "well, you're living on stolen land" thing invalidates your argument when they say it, and they're shocked when it does not.
Yeah, she just didn't have an answer for it, and it's just like don't hit me with the buzzwords. Don't do the buzzword shit. We're in 2026. We're in current year plus 12.
Most current year.
Because current year is, as everyone knows, 2014.
No, current
And
year was like
it was 2014.
2008 when the term current year first started coming up,
No
wasn't it?
way.
Either '08 or 12.
It's gotta be.
So I started using it well before 2014.
No, I was only
You're
seeing
you.
it as an argument in like 2014.
No, I was seeing it as an argument before 2014, and my response was, yes, because bracket current year bracket.
Let's see. Do we have any
When did arguing using the year start?
basically.
Using the
Yeah.
date to justify your argument.
A chronological snobbery is the name of the logical fallacy.
Gentlemen, what fallacy are we?
Okay. Do what?
Chronological snobbery.
Ah,
Hey guys.
hello.
Hello, Kaz.
Oh wow, that is sad. Ghost Recon Wildlands dropped from $50 to 250. 95% discount on Steam.
Oh, get it.
Yeah,
100%
that's
get it.
that's the one that they put in the leveling system.
No, that's Breakpoint.
Was it?
Yeah,
Wait, which one is the shitty sequel?
Breakpoint.
The shitty sequel is Breakpoint? Because I
Yeah.
remember Wildlands was great.
Wildlands is fantastic. I 100% recommend Wildlands.
Okay, the definitive edition is minus 75% and it's $25.
Bethesda
It's got all the
40th anniversary
DLC.
sale. Wholesome Games deal. Warner
Actually,
Bros.
hang on.
Lego. Tiny
What's the difference
Teams.
between the Recon bundle and the?
Oh, all the just Ghost Clans, Ghost Recon games are on sale for less than like $5 Australian.
Content game.
Apparently, the DLC is really bad for Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Not all of
The
them
year,
bad.
yeah, Fallen Ghosts and the Year 2 pass have mixed reviews at like 50 to 60%. And then also Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Oh god, Wildlands Season 1 pass and Narco Road DLC has overwhelmingly negative, so yeah.
Anytime you enter loud combat, you instantly summon an infinite horde of endless enemies whose sole goal is to suicide kill you. For this reason
Which,
alone, arcade baby difficulty is more difficult than extreme hardcore of base game. This is for ghosts.
Jeez.
Fallen ghosts. Jesus Christ. Any game that makes you do like, oh, sorry, this DLC is the stealth DLC. And if you don't stealth, we fuck your ass. It's like,
I'm scared now because
I'm
why
good.
is Narco Road 16% overwhelmingly negative compared to that?
Apparently, it's just slop. It's just slop.
Oh,
I recall it was kind of bad.
it's just vehicle. It's like just driving shit. That's it. It looks like.
So the definitive edition includes the base game, season pass, year 2 pass, and 4 content packs: Quick Start, Deluxe, Nightfall, Cold Eye, and Last Rites.
The only pros are new vehicles and nitrous added to gang vehicles. Mediocre story, terrible side missions activities, barely playtested, repetitive side content, and driving mechanics are not strong enough to support a full DLC centered around vehicles.
Woo.
Broken challenges. One stunt jump took 25 attempts to complete, doing the same shit.
Wow.
Wow.
Boat keeps hitting the ramp with the rear engine, failing a jump. Had to watch a YouTube video to find an exact boat need to complete it, because apparently only one boat will not hit the ramp.
Fucking really?
Now, I
Yeah.
will say, so what I did is I bought Wildlands, and I bought one weapon from the weapon store. The musket.
Oh, yeah.
I bought the musket. Yes, you can buy
Fucking
a
what?
50 caliber smoothbore musket from the store. And you can also buy a smoothbore pistol. Yes, it is exactly as accurate as you think it is.
Why?
Because it's really funny.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll give you that.
Now, so my major malfunction with Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands, and Ghost Recon Wildlands Breakpoint, my major malfunction, and I need someone to fix this with a mod. I don't know if there's a mod out there. There should be.
Let me guess, is it bullet drop?
It's bullet drop and bullet distance. So you can't shoot a sniper rifle farther than 130 meters.
What?
On the PC or on either console?
On any game. On any
Oh,
version.
both.
All of them.
That's retarded. It used to be you could snipe someone from practically across the map.
Never. No. That was never a thing in this game. Maybe other games,
when it first
sure.
released.
Nope.
No.
If you could see them, you could hit them.
Nope.
I think you're thinking of a different Ghost Recon.
You're thinking of a different
Sorry.
game. I played this game when it came out.
Yeah, me too, on the Xbox.
Yeah,
Ooh.
did you pay attention to the distances? Because you were probably shooting them within 100 meters.
I was shooting across compounds. That has to be longer than 100
Probably
meters.
100 meters. No, that sounds like about 100 meters in a single compound, yeah. No, it was terrible. I was all the way up on one of these mountains, and I had a fucking Barrett 50 cal. And my friend who was playing with me was sneaking up to this compound, and I was like 400 meters away, and I could see the enemies. And he's like, okay, there's one in front of me. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna snipe him. And I shoot, and the bullet doesn't hit him. I'm like, what the fuck? And I shoot, and the bullet doesn't hit him again. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And he turns around and sees me shoot, and he's like, dude, your fucking bullet's dropping like you're taking a piss.
Wow. That's fucking terrible.
And so
I guess that
I
was...
kept getting closer and closer and closer until the point where I could finally hit the guy, and it was around like 130 meters.
That's probably to keep you from cheesing the game and doing what actual snipers do.
So what? It's
Doing what snipers do at
Right,
a Special
exactly.
Forces operative game about Special Forces
About Special
using
Forces.
sniper rifles.
Exactly. My point exactly.
So it's to prevent you from literally playing the game as God intended.
Yes.
Damn, a
Yeah,
lot of
Because
Bethesda's good
fuck
games are on
you.
sale for this sale.
it's just
Both are
really
solid.
annoying. It's especially annoying because in Breakpoint, which again, now with all of the patches, very fun game. But don't pay more than like $10 for it.
Yeah, no.
But they have a bunch of challenges to upgrade your sniper class that all involve you hitting targets at the max range of your sniper rifle, which is 130 to 150 meters.
But that's not the max range of an actual sniper rifle, you motherfuckers.
It's very annoying because there's so many times where I'm like, I find an amazing vantage point, I can see the enemies, and I can't shoot them.
Nope, can't shoot them from there.
Your bullet just disappears, huh?
Yeah. And that's the other thing we found out is I started backing up again, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just aim up to hit him with the bullet drop, right?
Uh-huh.
The bullet disappears at 200.
Uh-huh.
Even if you
Of
aim
course.
all the way up and it does the full drop, it just disappears.
Of course.
It's
Of
so
course.
fucking...
Oh, of course.
Ubi Slop is so ass.
Well, yes. Also, I want to take a second to chime in. It's great. I have a T-shirt from my chemically stable sibling that he gifted me.
Uh-huh.
It's the Dagobah National Park and Forestry Preserve. And my mother was very, very confused because she said, "Oh, when did you go to a national park and where is it?"
Don't Dagobah.
Luckily, my dad was there, and he was like, he was just kind of looking at her like she'd grown a third head. He got the joke at least.
Mm.
Amazing. But yeah, now that you're back, funny story at work. Funny story at work, right? So here I am at work. I'm walking along, as I do at work. Just kidding, I don't walk. I'm at work, and I get a task assigned to me, of course, about how, obviously, today we will be shutting down a VPN and setting up the site-to-site tunnel, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, we're doing what?
Setting up a VPN.
Shutting down a VPN.
Shutting down a
Yeah,
VPN and then setting up a VPN.
No.
A
Effectively.
site-to-site tunnel is technically a VPN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, let me check on that for you. So I contact the account manager. I'm like, hey, I have a task here about shutting down a VPN and setting up a site-to-site tunnel. I can't see any tasks about us doing that. Is this something that's happening? And the account manager gets back to me. Oh, yeah, let me ping the people involved on this. Here's the link to the project. He needs to approve it still. He didn't approve of a project and then just assumed that we were doing it anyway.
No. If it wasn't approved, it doesn't get done because you need to agree to pay for it,
Yeah.
which is what the approval process does.
Yeah, he just thought, apparently he just assumed that if he said he wasn't going to pay for it, that means that the paying for it was optional.
No. That's not how that works.
Yeah,
I wish-
I'm not really sure what he thought was going on there, what he thought he was doing, but that's what happened there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, sure, and then I'm in the email discussion for this task to try and figure out what's going on, and I'm reading through these emails. Guys, we're so fucked. Oh, we are so fucked. They were AIing at each other.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, the account manager and the primary were sending each other emails that were clearly AI generated.
Oh no. I just hit the AI reply button. It's fine, right? I don't have to think about it.
I
The
saw.
AI knows what we need to do.
Man, it is. It's getting rough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's gonna get worse.
It's getting rough out there, ladies and gentlemen.
That
Remember-
and my manager keeps saying do the needful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
you're getting Indianed.
I've been
Except-
saying that for
except
years.
he's not.
To mock the Indians.
Yeah, he's not Indian though. That's the problem. No one in the company is Indian. We just have an
I know.
Indian branch.
That just makes it worse.
Yeah.
And he's not doing it mockingly. He means it
No,
earnestly.
he's 100% serious. 100% serious.
Hit him back with the full Indian accent. Sir, I will be doing the needful.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna keep my job.
Yeah, I was gonna say now. You might get away with, sir, I will do the needful, but
Yeah.
Do it with a full accent.
no.
No, that's not happening. But yeah, so that's a thing. So one of my coworkers got fired, right?
For what?
What did they
doing two-
finally do? I gotta know.
I thought it was impossible for anybody to get fired there.
For doing 2 tasks a week.
I thought it
All
was
right, then.
impossible to get fired for not doing your job there.
Yeah, well, apparently, of the expected 50 tasks a week, he was doing an average of 2.
Oh boy.
Oh. That's only 90% of his tasks undone.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
hang on. Was he doing the big complex tasks that would take multiple days to finish? And that's why he
No,
was only
that's
getting
why
2.
it's expected that he was going to do 50 per week. Because he was resetting passwords and answering the phone.
Bro.
Wow. That he did realize. I guess he didn't realize, in fact, that that's why that ticket system exists, so they can see that you're doing work.
Well, Sneaky,
Well,
there's your problem.
and no.
Your coworkers don't know how to answer a phone.
Oh, well, apparently they actually just learned how to do that. Shocker of shockers, my manager got replaced. New guy, he's not taking shit.
Wow, how the fuck did that happen? I thought it was
He's white.
impossible to unask him from that seat.
Huh.
Your manager,
The new manager's
white?
Yeah.
Oh, the
the
new
old
manager's white.
manager was black. The new manager is white.
yeah, what happened to the old one? Did he get promoted?
He got side moded.
They put him in a corner somewhere he couldn't cause problems.
No, they put him in the problem corner where all of the problems happen.
Even better. Lay off the entire problem corner soon.
Yeah. So he's doing that. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, God damn.
Don't die.
I'm not even spitting anything up anymore. But anyway, right. So, yeah, he got side moded, and the guy that just got fired was brought on under the old manager. He's black.
A friend of his.
No, I don't think he was a friend of his. It's just racial
I'll hook
solidarity.
up somebody who, that.
Yeah. Yeah, suspiciously, under the old manager, pretty much every new employee was black.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's odd.
None of them have actually kept their job.
That sounds
Yeah.
racist.
In the year and a
incredibly
half
racist.
I've had that manager, none of them ever ended up actually keeping their job in the end. Yeah.
Were they quitting or getting fired?
Oh, they all got fired.
They were quitting, weren't they?
They all got fired.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive, I guess.
Well, I mean, see, what happens is the manager also has a manager that he has to justify task rates to, and his manager can see all of our task rates as well, and so when he
Oh.
reviews how we're doing, and he's like, "Hey, Mr. Manager, why is this one person not doing their job?" He can't really defend them. He can only just not report it for as long as possible.
And he thought that was okay.
Hey, look, man. People get weird around that stuff. I don't know
No
why,
kidding. Oh, I know why.
but yeah, well, you know.
I can't say on air.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But yeah. So he got moved out. We got a white manager now, and he's cracking the whip. He's cracking the whip. All those people who weren't answering phones, they're fucking answering phones left and right now. All those people not doing tasks, they're fucking doing tasks now.
So has he looked at you and gone, okay, Sneaky's doing all the work and has been doing all the work for a couple of years now. Maybe we should get this guy a raise or a promotion?
Yes, actually, we did talk about that.
Nice.
Oh.
Yes. He said he's gonna try and push for a significantly larger than normal raise for me,
Good.
which would be nice.
You've been doing significantly more than normal of the work.
Yeah. So that's that at work. Just a typical idiots otherwise, just stupid people doing stupid things. Moving offices without telling your IT company.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Nothing bad could happen.
They're one of our companies had their VPN break on Monday.
Define break.
Doesn't work.
Stop working.
Yeah. And their site-to-site for that firewall also went down. And we're still trying to figure out what the fuck happened to it.
It's not good.
But, yeah, we have, it's been wild. But, the users have been flooding our task queue with, I can't use the VPN. Yes. The VPN is currently down. It is being worked on underneath this task. The next day, I can't use the VPN. Yes. The VPN is currently down. We will notify you when it has been fixed. The next day, I can't use the VPN. Yes! As we have told you 3 times now, the VPN is down.
Oh, it's the same person doing it?
Same person. And then today, he submitted a task. I have submitted a task 5 times now about my VPN being down. Why has no one resolved this yet? I send him a message. Yes, the VPN is down. It is being worked on. We will notify you when it's working again.
Oh, he doesn't like that. He just wants you to fix it, not to give him any back sass.
Well,
I was gonna
that's
say-
tough shit.
He's not a
That's
fan
all
of your
he's getting.
answer, so he figures that if he keeps asking the question,
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have gotten users who are like that, where they think it's like, oh, well, just this guy is giving me that answer. It's like, nope, that's the answer. So they submit another ticket, and then one of my
Well,
coworkers
maybe
gives them
somebody
the
will give
same
me a different
answer.
answer.
And then they submit another ticket, and they demand an escalation, and then the escalated person gives them the same fucking answer, and then they submit a 4th ticket, and they demand an escalation to the manager, and the manager gives them the same answer I gave them, and then they demand to talk to the account manager, and they say, well, we're gonna quit if you don't give me a different answer. And then the account manager's like, well, then fucking quit, because here's the fucking answer.
It is nice when that happens.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm sorry, we're not going to recreate a $15,000 setup for free. It's not happening.
That's what they
I don't
want?
care how you phrase it, it's not happening.
Oh no, what do you mean for free?
Yeah. They wanted a backup solution set up for their multiple servers and like 90 some users. And we're like, okay, well, this is how much it's going to cost if we use these programs, you know, or we could do these programs and it's going to cost this much, or we could do these programs and you'll need this hardware and it's going to cost this much. And he's like, no, I just want a backup solution. And we're like, yes.
And this
Here's
is
the
how much that
backup
is gonna cost.
solutions. Pick one. No, I want a better one. Okay, well, those cost more. No, I want one that costs less. That's not
none.
how this works.
What do you mean that's not how it works? Of course that's how it works. If he complains loud enough, surely you will
Why-
give him what he wants for
Why are there
free.
so many idiots who think they can haggle over something that's a fucking fixed price?
Because
Because
there's
that's
a lot
how
of
it is.
industries that believe you can do that, and some of them are actually correct about it.
Well, not just industries, a lot of places and people.
Yeah. Unfortunately, people are retarded and still want to try fighting the man, air quotes, to get a, air quotes, better price, because obviously the company is obviously just upcharging the price for no clear reason at all. Surely it's not because the company needs to make a profit. Only they need to make a profit.
They're upcharging you 1,000%. Surely they can cut into some of their upcharge to give you a deal.
But yeah, but anyway, yeah. It is what it is. In fanfiction news, actually, not much is going on in fanfiction news.
Yeah, I would say there isn't much.
Fanfiction.net making a new interface that apparently is busted and looks like ass, just like Royal Road.
Well, you know, you get what you pay for. When you pay for Fiverr UI developers, you get Fiverr UI developers.
Yeah.
All right.
Ugh.
Let's see what else we got here. The woman in charge of public safety doing a drive-by gang shooting.
Excuse you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, you want to run that by me again?
Mount Vernon Deputy Commissioner of Public Safety Jennifer Lackard and her 20-year-old son Chase Lackard were arrested after authorities say she acted as the getaway driver while her son fired shots on a drive-by gang member shooting outside the Bronx Criminal Courthouse.
Jesus.
Yes, they were both black.
Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Her face looks like she is not okay with this.
Well,
But
maybe
she's
she
doing it
shouldn't
anyway.
have fucking drove her son then. Like, look,
Oh, hopefully she'll be
if
going to
Atten
jail.
came to me one day and was like, Sneaky, I need you to be my getaway driver as I do a drive-by shooting with this Uzi here, I'd be like, first off, Atten, you're in Chicago. How the fuck did you get an Uzi? Second off, why
I just went down to the
me
Uzi guy.
driving? Third off,
Well,
are
because
you
you're from
sure
Jersey.
we can't do like a snipering? We can't do something far better in terms of both range and mobility for the two of us? And then I would try and convince him to not do it. After all, hiring a hit is way cheaper.
No, it's not.
No, it's really not.
Well, you
It is.
see, Sneaky, Adam was hoping that you were just a big fan of Baby Driver and would accept.
Hey, look, I am down to have a runaway shooting with the police. I'm totally there. I just want it
Flip
to be
it.
a good for a good reason, you know? Like,
Fair.
look, there is plenty of police footage out there. If I ever end up on a police footage body cam, right, being posted to YouTube, I don't want it to be for something fucking retarded. Like, I don't want it to end in, like, a 19-car chase where my car is rammed by a bearcat off the highway and they shoot a new record amount of shots into my car because a cop stopped me at the Walmart greeting meet and asked to see what was in my bag because I stole a bunch of fucking shoes.
I understand. You want it to be because we decided that the gunpowder plot must be reenacted and succeeded
Exactly,
in planting
right. Yeah.
43 barrels of
We
gunpowder.
decided to do some crazy fucking shit, and the FBI got involved, and it turned into Ruby Ridge too. That's why I want to end up on the police body cam footage, not because
Fair.
No,
A
because
cop-
Mr. Beast created a new have a police chase for $500,000 challenge.
Ugh.
Oh.
Not because I didn't want to pay for my gasoline, so I took a gun out and started shooting at the gas station clerk who tried to stop me from driving away.
Not because you
You
ran
know.
a red
Indeed.
light and the cop tried to pull you over. And you
I mean, I've
decided
I've
flooring
seen
it was a good
people
idea.
get federal felonies because they wouldn't pay. No, not because they wouldn't pay. Because they didn't want to pay $1 to do fraud. So basically, this video in particular, it was 3 black whales who wanted a pizza. And they wanted a pizza that was hot and ready. So they, of course, went to a gas station famous for selling hot and ready pizzas. Right?
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
They had pizzas there, but they were frozen pizzas. And they were told, rightly so by the gas station owner, that the pizzas cannot be sold to them hot because SNAP and EBT cannot be used to buy pre-cooked foods that are hot.
And if it comes out that they were heating that up, the store gets fucked.
Yeah. And so the store owner was like, look, I'll sell you the pizza, and then I will sell you the right to use my microwave for $1. Just pay me a single $1, and you can use the microwave.
That seems quite reasonable, and it seems like an excellent way to get around all of the bothersome, if understandable, restrictions. Because I understand why they do it. I understand why they don't make it hot food, because then you could be like, oh, well, I'm going to go eat at a restaurant.
Well,
Or get
also,
McDonald's all
I'm
day,
going to
every
use
day.
fast food, or I'm going to go,
Yeah.
buy things that
Well,
are
yeah, sorry.
expensive with my EBT, which is supposed to be for nutritional supplication, not
Staples.
replacement.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, yeah, so they didn't like this. They demanded to use the microwave for free. In fact, actually, they demanded their SNAP money back, and they should get the pizzas for free now because of how dare he ask for $1.
To get the fuck out.
So he asked them to leave. They instead tried to attack him and destroyed the front displays of the store.
That sounds right.
And then the cop shows up and he's like, "Do you want me to arrest them?" And he's like, "No, I just want them to leave." And so the cop's like, "All right." He's
Should've
asking you
arrested
to
him.
leave. Please leave. And they proceed to attack the cop.
Oh boy, that's a mistake.
And the cop's like, "Okay, all right, now you're all being arrested for a felony offense of attacking a police officer.
Yeah,
I guess we're doing this.
I guess we're doing this."
that
And
keep going. I
it just gets dumber. The whole thing just gets dumber. They
my
proceed to
God.
get charges for resisting arrest. They proceed to get charges for another felony assault on a police officer because they attacked another police officer. Then they proceed to get charges for spitting on the police officers.
my
Oh, of course.
And the cops the entire time are desperately just being like, "No, please, just leave. We're not gonna charge you. Just leave. Just leave the building. Just walk out. Just leave, and we will not arrest you. We're not gonna charge you. Just
But you
leave."
can't do that because if you do that, that
That-
signals to the idiot that you are in the wrong and they are in the right and they can get away with it. So
Yeah,
they'll try harder.
Well, they got away with it because ultimately all of the charges were dropped by the district attorney.
Oh, DAs. I hate them.
Some of these people were so fat they needed to use 3 cuffs chained together to just get it around their wrist.
Jesus
God.
fucking Christ.
Yeah, that sounds
Personally,
about right.
I think if you're overweight, you shouldn't be allowed to qualify for EBT.
No.
Yes.
Because clearly your nutrition is not deficit.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always astounding to me how stupid people can be at trespassing. Like, it baffles me because
Yeah.
I saw a video, I think it was 2 weeks ago or whatever. It was 2 old ladies, right?
Mm.
And it was in a movie theater, and they were being trespassed because they started yelling a bunch of racial. They were drunk and they were yelling a bunch of slurs at people. And
As
so,
one does, yeah.
yeah, as you do apparently. And like the manager, right? The manager, he doesn't want charges pressed. He doesn't want them to pay for the
It's
seats that they
always the
damaged
same
or
song and
whatever.
dance.
He's like, I just want them trespassed, right? I just want them trespassed. And the officer goes over and he's explaining to the lady that, right, this is not a legal charge. Nothing is happening. This is a citation. You are being trespassed. And they start going on about how they want a refund and how he can't do this. And I grew up in a land where I'm innocent until proven guilty. And he's like, okay, that's great. That has nothing to do with being trespassed. And then, right, he takes their IDs. He's noting them down. And then one of the little old ladies decides to jump him and grab her ID back.
Of course. Yep.
And he's
How
like,
old
okay.
are we talking?
I mean, not
Probably
like
50.
using Walker, not like using Walker's old, but I don't know, somewhere in the 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
Like to be clear, she grabs the ID back, she gets it because he's got him on like a clipboard or whatever. And like he did
Right.
show, like I guess she like scratched him with his nails. He's like, really, you want to turn this into a felony? She's like, what felony? He's like, assaulting a police officer. She's like, I didn't do anything. You can't do anything to me. He's like, I'm going to give you one chance to apologize for grabbing this out of my hand and interfering
Telling
with
a
a police
drunk
officer.
woman to apologize.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's never gonna happen.
Oh, I'm aware, but like it's again, it was like you were saying, he's giving them every chance to just not. All you have to
Well-
do is just not.
All you have to
Let me
do is
rephrase.
not make this worse for yourself. That's all
Yeah.
you have to do.
Challenge impossible.
I know.
No.
I'm aware.
She might apologize immediately after she catches sudden and violent consequences. If
No,
you hit her reset
no.
button,
No, I've
change
seen that
her.
before. No,
She'd
I've
apologize.
seen the video of that
No,
before.
son.
Yeah, some lady
happens.
attacked a police officer over her car being towed, and he was just like,
Yep.
okay, right hook. She drops
Hits a
to the
reset
ground,
button.
wakes up.
Yep.
I'm sorry about that. I got
I'm so
angry.
sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, but it's
Complete
just
attitude adjustment.
well, yeah, because
No.
surprise, talk shit, get hit. Some of them haven't had that happen. But I just like
Yeah.
I'm watching this entire video and I'm like, please, I don't know your name. I'm never gonna know your name. I don't want to know your name. But please, just stop making it worse for yourself. You
They
can
can't.
you can just stop.
Yeah.
They can't. They
Yeah. And
literally
they're just-
cannot just stop.
I know, but I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And because, like, here's the thing, right? I totally understand why this guy did it. Because obviously he's not actually hurt. Although she did, in the technical sense, assault a police officer. Right? It's like, you need to understand that you have clearly reached a point where you have forgotten that actions have consequences.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was a video recently that's been doing the rounds of this young white lady. I would probably put her around like 21-ish.
Oh no.
She's like smoking on, the side on a hill next to a building. The building owns the hill. And,
Okay.
two of the secretaries come out and they're like, "Hey, you gotta leave. You can't be smoking you can't be doing drugs next to the building." It wasn't just a cigarette. It was like,
Well,
crack
it doesn't
pipe
even
or
matter if
weed or
it's
whatever.
yeah, like, I mean, it doesn't even matter if it's just like smoking. It's like, you can't do that next to our building. Go the fuck away.
Yeah, and they're just like, just leave. And she wouldn't leave, so they, and someone else, not them, sees these two secretaries arguing with this random girl outside, and they call the police. The police show up, and they're like, okay, what the fuck's going on? And the ladies are like, oh, and we want her to leave. We don't want her to be trespassed. We just want her to leave. We don't care if she comes back later. We just want her to leave right now. And the
Oh,
cop's
is
like,
that
okay.
the one with the blonde?
Yeah. The one that talks herself
that one.
into a...
Talks herself into a ride.
What?
Yeah, and so the cop's just like, okay, you gotta go. Just they're not trespassing you. You just have to leave. And she's like, no, I won't leave. Why not?
I'll just be back
Because
later.
you're not trespassing me, right?
Oh
Yes, we're
my
not trespassing you. They're not trespassing you if you leave now. But you're not trespassing me, so I'm not gonna leave. Okay, but if you don't leave, we're gonna trespass you. But you're not trespassing me right now. Correct. We're not trespassing you right now if you do not leave. So I'm not leaving. So we're gonna trespass you. But you said you weren't gonna do that because you're not leaving. But you said you weren't gonna do that.
Well, you've really forced our hand here.
And it gets to the point that it's like, okay, look, fucking, okay, we have to issue you a trespass now because you asked for it. What's your
literally
name?
asked for this.
And she's like, I don't have to give you that. And like, yes, you do. You have to legally give us your name. No, I don't. Yes, you do. Now you're gonna be resisting a lawful order. Do you want to have that charge?
Really
Are you gonna arrest me? No, we're not going to arrest you. Just give us your ID.
I cannot look. I cannot stress this enough to people. There is a limit, right? you can, right?
Yeah.
I want to be clear. When dealing with a police officer, never offer information, and if they tell you or ask you to do something, you make them say
Just
it's
do
in
it.
order.
Yeah.
No, you
Yes.
make them say it's in order because you should never be volunteering information for them. Because I cannot stress enough. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Oh no, I didn't
Like,
say. I mean, if they tell you, hey, stand over there, just stand over there. Don't fight
oh
them
Just
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Just
But if
do
they
it.
if they say stand over there, go stand over there. If they say get out of the car, get out of the
Get
car.
out of the car. Yeah.
If
No,
they
If they
ask,
say,
no.
hey, you're taking a breathalyzer test, your response should be, is this going to be recorded? Is this going to be held against me? Is this evidence?
is this an order? Yeah.
It's
Right.
obviously going to be used against you.
Yes,
No,
but
Fine.
or
Yes, of course it
it's-
is. But you
the-
can. It's
Make them
important
say
that
it,
you
yes.
make them
Yeah.
say it, especially if you haven't done anything or displayed any behaviors prior that would give them a cause to, because
and
they have
for
to have a
God's
reason
sakes,
to.
stop reaching for something in your pocket.
Oh,
I
God,
know
yeah.
it's your phone. Stop reaching for it. They have body camera footage.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, if you're what you do is you tell them, I am reaching for my cell phone, and you do it real slow, and you keep saying, I am reaching for my cell phone, I am reaching for my cell phone, it's in my left
And if they
pocket.
tell you to stop, you just have
You
to stop.
stop.
You
Then
can't. You don't
fucking
keep
stop.
going.
You don't need your phone.
Oh,
Now,
yeah,
if
for
your
God's
ID
sake,
is on your
stop
phone-
trying to call your mom. Holy shit. I don't. You
Oh,
are
God.
30-something. You're a 20-something. You're not a fucking kid. Stop trying to call your mom. She's not going to change the situation. I have watched so much body camera footage of people getting felonies
I need
because
to
they
call
refuse
my
to acknowledge
mama.
the police telling them to stop reaching, and they're just like, I'm just getting my phone, I'm just calling my mom. And it's like, that doesn't matter what
You
you're
can do that
doing.
later.
They told you to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just and again, right? If they say, what is your name? You respond with, are you requiring me to identify myself? And guess what? If they say yes,
Then
No, no,
then
no,
you
no,
just
no,
do
no,
it.
no. Know
Right.
your laws, because if you're in a stop and identify state, it's always you have to give it regardless. You don't stop and ask. You
That's
give
true,
it.
yeah.
yes, yeah. You're right. I should be clear. Living in the state that I live in, it's a, are you requiring me to identify myself? If you do live in a place where stop and identify is a thing, and they stop you and they say, give me your ID, then yes, do it, because that's a thing that they can do.
Yes.
But
Also,
yeah, right.
if you are carrying something, make sure you inform them ahead
Well,
of time.
it's 50-50, right? If you are carrying and they're not going to search your car and you're not going to be at any point in time revealing the gun, like say the gun is in your side panel, not the side panel, the fucking passenger side glove box, right? If the gun's in there and at no point in time are you opening that glove box for anything, you don't.
Yeah, they don't.
Technically,
need to know
you do need to tell the cop, but you really usually shouldn't, because it's just going to make the situation stupid. Like, if you're just being pulled over for a speeding ticket, just take the speeding ticket, give him your shit, and then just leave it at that. Because otherwise, now you're reckless driving with a firearm, and if he feels like it, he can fuck you harder. And but if you don't tell the cop there is a firearm in your car, and for whatever reason they need to start searching your car, say you have a fuckload of drugs or whatever, that is bad. Now you're concealing a firearm. You're fucking grass.
I would say when they go, I'm going to search the vehicle, you tell them.
Definitely then tell them, yeah.
That's when you tell them. But like again, the thing
about the firearm or the drugs?
Both. Again, the thing we cannot stress enough is you don't volunteer information.
Yeah.
Now, if you're like me and you concealed
Don't be
carry
like you.
on your person, Shut up, Cass. If you concealed carry on your person
In as
and
many
you
fat
need to
folds,
reach for
there's an infinite
anything
number of guns.
in your pockets, you need to inform them.
Actually, you
if
know what?
they
That's an
ask you-
amazing character design. That's a great character design
That's
idea,
just-
actually. A really
been
grossly
done.
fat person who just keeps reaching into their fat folds and pulling out another gun instead of reloading.
No, Sneaky, it's been done. It was in Air Gear.
I would say I do think it has been done. But more importantly, here's what it should be. They should reach in and they should pull out progressively smaller and smaller, right? Start with pulling out like a Barrett and then go from the
No, no.
Barrett. No, you go from
Go the other
Barrett.
direction from small to large, not large to small.
No. Sign. See, this is where I'm going, right? You start with like a Barrett, you go to like an AK, and you go to like a submachine gun, and then you go to like a Magnum, and then you go to like a slightly smaller pistol. You go to a Derringer, and then they pull out a bazooka.
Of course, yeah, obviously.
Because again, it's about subversion of expectations. Which I want to be clear, your thing also would work for subversion of expectations of pulling out progressively larger and larger ones. But the real trick is subverting the subversion. But
Indeed.
you have to be careful when you do
fair.
that.
Also, while
I
he's
see.
pulling stuff out, you have to have him accidentally pull out his emergency snacks.
But true. But no, like I was pulled over by a cop one time.
The snack should be the one joke, but yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were pulled over.
Blatant trap, right? Blatant trap. It was a 2-lane highway. For some reason, there's a stoplight at the T intersection. It's a 2-lane highway. Sorry, 2 lanes on each side, right?
Yeah.
And there's a T intersection that leads into a development. And the sign that says no left turns is hidden by vines growing on it.
Oh no, if that's hidden, that's they can't do shit about that. They have to fix that.
Yeah, I know, and they don't because it's New Jersey and the cops are corrupt. But you know, I make a left turn, instantly a cop shows up. Gee, it's almost like they were fucking waiting for that.
It's almost like they knew that was there.
And, you know, the cop pulls me over. You can't make a left turn. That was reckless, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I didn't see the sign. It was covered by vines. He's like, no, it's plenty visible. I'm like, all right. I'm not going to fucking argue with you.
Yeah, you don't argue there. You argue in court.
Right,
Yep.
yeah. And I'm just like, he's like, oh, I need, you know, license, ID, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. But again, I was just coming back from Vermont, so I'm tired as fuck. All of my ID stuff is like packed away in boxes and shit. And I'm going around looking for it. I'm like, ah, shit, it's in my fucking green box over there. And I point to the box over there. I need to get out of my car to get to this box because of how I have my car set up, right?
Yeah.
Can I get out of my car? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I get out of my car. I go into the passenger side. I'm rifling around in the box. I pull the ID out. I give it to him. And I keep standing there on outside of the passenger door. You know, doors closed. I keep standing there. He's like, all right, you can go back in your car now. I'm like, okay, great. So I go back in my car. Comes back over. Okay. So that was a $800 fine with like 5 points on your license for all of the things you did illegally. 'Cause, you know, I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. I was taking a left-hand turn in a no left lane. It was reckless driving because I was crossing 2 lanes of traffic. You know, blah, 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 right? And I'm like, okay. And he's like, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a citation for not stopping at a stop sign. It's $100, no points. I'm like, okay, great, thank you. Don't do it again. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to, so don't worry about that.
I'm never going to be back here, so...
Yeah, and so, yeah, so I just paid the $100. I didn't even fucking contest it. I was just like, you know what? I just don't want to fucking deal with it.
The problem is that goes on your record and it affects your insurance.
No, it doesn't.
That's why...
yeah, but most of that stuff falls off eventually.
Yeah, eventually, but while it's on there, it raises your rate.
No, it didn't.
That's why it didn't.
Nope.
Well, I would say it's not a guarantee. Like, I would be clear. Sonny's correct. It can. It's not a guarantee.
Some of them can, yes, but the specific citation that he gave me was not one that goes on your driver record. Or at least he didn't apply it because my insurance didn't go up. I didn't have anything to do. Yeah. But yeah, I just rolled with it. Let the police officer know when I needed to do something. I didn't fucking fight him. I didn't say you're wrong. I didn't sit there and say nuh-uh, nuh-uh, I couldn't see it, nuh-uh. I didn't try and lunge for my phone to call my mother.
Yeah. Now, once he leaves you, go back and take a picture of that if you're gonna fight it, because that is.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, obviously if I'm gonna fight it, but I was just like, look, it's the New Jersey court system. And if it goes anywhere and they have to be like, well, actually, the reason why he got a stop citation is because he took a left-hand turn across a 2-lane highway and blah, 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 and the judge can just be like, all right, actually, fuck yourself, die in a fire. I don't... I didn't want to...
Yeah, I would say you just pay...
Fair.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, there are... discretion is the better part of valor.
I mean,
Like,
ultimately,
look,
you could come back and fuck their trap for them by removing the vines.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't
Well,
give a shit.
I mean, yeah. I'm sorry, I have to take a moment to be annoyed. Why the hell does Rising Freedom Gundam have heels?
Fuck you.
Because it's female.
No, it's not!
Yes, it's
That's the
piloted
problem.
by a
It's
woman.
piloted by a guy.
Well, the Gundam itself is female.
Fucking apparently, I put this in Weeb Garbage. Look at this shit. Like, why?
Runway Queen.
Why does it have heels?
Why is it an
Look.
Ekron?
Oh, that's because it's a recycled plastic.
What the fuck?
Fair.
Why does it have... oh.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like, oh,
It's
it's got
not
a chunky
female.
heel. That's what I'm saying. It's not like, oh, it's got a chunky heel. No.
Mm.
Those are
That's just
heels.
Those are heels.
Like, okay, listen. When they put it on Farasia, I understood. Okay? It's like basically a magical girl Gundam, right?
Magical
When
Girl
they had
Gundam, yeah.
hang on, right? When they put heels on this thing, fine.
Yeah,
I
it's
get it.
female, obviously. Or
Right? I
piloted by a
understand what
female.
you're doing. Now, I want to be clear, I still think it's stupid because it's a fucking robot, but fine. I understand.
It fits the aesthetic.
Yeah, it works. When you did it with Stella Gundam, whatever. There's another one where it makes sense. When they did it to Noble Gundam, again, makes sense. I'm still not a fan of it, but fine, I get it. Why are you doing it here?
I mean, you can't even say it's like boot heels or something. No, that's a
that's
hell
what
of
I'm
a heel.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not even like a boot heel. Like, again, it's not even a boot heel. I'm like, no. That is, you are clearly making
High
like
heel.
a stiletto.
Not quite a
Yeah,
stiletto,
no,
but yeah.
no,
Well,
I mean,
okay,
yeah.
No. You can have well, it's a stiletto style. Like, you can have a blockier heel on a stiletto.
Really, Atten, tell us all about how you know all this about women's fashion for shoes.
Well, you see, this one time at band camp.
No, actually, it's this one time. And by this one time, I mean the 4 years I spent in stage crew and the prop department.
Very true.
There you go. Okay.
Mhm.
So
This one time in
yes.
stage crew.
That's fair.
This one time in stage crew when they had us reorganize the entire fucking costume room, and look, I gotta be real with you guys. The individual who ran our She ran it for many, many years. She actually directed Broadway shows. So like we had, and I don't know how she did this, but she got a lot of money for that fine arts building from donors. Like we had a real proper stage, and we had a huge fucking. I'm like, what do you mean they need us to reorganize the costume room? And I went in there, and like they had all the costumes from like the last 20 years of show. I mean, we had everything from flapper costumes to Beauty and the Beast.
Nice.
But yes, so spending all that time in the costuming department in and around those people, and this is something most people probably don't know, but it's boring as fuck backstage. And so when you are in stage crew and you don't have a scene transition coming up, or you're not required for the next scene transition, you're hanging out with the only other people who are down there all the time, which guess what? It's the costume and makeup crew.
True.
Fair.
Like, they're the only other people that are down there like you, and that you can, make fun of the actors with.
I remember doing sound and lighting. I was part of the sound and lighting crew because that shit.
You're separated from everybody.
Oh yeah, it was so fucking good. I get to sit in an air-conditioned, controlled room. I just have to press like 3 fucking buttons every once in a while. And I got a key, and I was like, what the fuck does this key go to? Eventually, I found the door the key went to. And I don't know why, I don't know what madman did this, but it opened the door to, like, secret hallways, effectively, in my school. Like, there was a bunch of, like, cutaway rooms where it was 2 areas completely not connected. Like, if I had to normally walk from this room to this room, I had to, like, go all the way down here, down the wing, go downstairs, go up the wing, go to a different stairwell, go up the stairs, and then I end up in, destination 2. But if I can just open up this fucking door, and there's just a tunnel that goes to that room.
Oh, shit.
And I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna use the fuck out of this. And they never took the key from me until I was a fucking senior. And they're like, wait, you've had this the whole time? I was like, yeah, I did.
It's
I was
great.
copied that motherfucker.
Just be glad you weren't on the spotlight. Man, I gotta say, the guys
I
that
used to
ran
be
the
Spotlight. That's how I started. I hate Spotlight.
Yeah. The Spotlight crew are a different breed of fucking insane people. Like I want to be
Yes.
clear, the ones who stuck with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those people were insane. Also, holy shit, their setup. Okay, Sneaky, how much space did your Spotlight crew have? Like on the catwalk. How much catwalk did they have?
When you say catwalk, what do you mean by catwalk?
In the
Up the top.
rafters to get to the spotlight.
Yeah,
No,
like
we didn't
how
have-
much?
We didn't have catwalks.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
See,
What?
this is where I gotta be honest. We were definitely spoiled because I mean we had a whole ass fine arts building with
Oh.
like I mean multiple stories of empty space in the auditorium, and the lighting crew was all the way up at the top. You actually had to go through the costume room to get up to the catwalk. Well, I'm going to be clear. If you were a fucking boring loser, if the teachers weren't watching and you were in a hurry, they asked us, the stage crew guys, real nicely to
What
pull
the
that funny
fuck?
lever while they held onto the cables.
Yeet.
No. It was never a yeet. We would never do that. We liked those guys. And we only got away with it like twice. but it was fun as shit. You did definitely, I definitely didn't say that, Hockett. Anyway, so
Yeah.
they had multiple feet of catwalk. When I went up there on the last night of the performance, just because I didn't have any scene transitions for a little while, so I went up there just to hang out with them for a bit.
Yeah.
As you know, as you all talked
As
very
one does.
quietly so that you didn't ruin the performance. Dude, they had an insane. So the lighting was set up so that there was basically a section of the ceiling that sloped down and then sloped back up so that they could hide the lights from everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was proper drywalled ceiling. Or not drywall, but like it was proper ceiling. It wasn't like
Drop
shitty
wall,
drop
yeah.
ceiling. Yeah, drop wall. Yeah, but it wasn't like the drop ceiling. It was actual drop wall.
Yeah.
And they'd set the whole thing up. Man, they had piles of snacks, pillows, and blankets up there. Like when I went up there, because there was one guy, like he had to they had to like bring the light pretty far down, so he had to kneel on the catwalk. He had like a pillow for each knee. I was like, holy sh! I was like, how long have you guys been doing this? And they're like, oh, we've been doing this for the last 4 years because that's what the last senior showed us, and we made sure to teach these guys real good too. And I was like, wait a minute, how long has this stuff been up here? Oh, it's been up here for months. We never take it down. But what about when the church group comes in? Oh, they make sure to refresh the stash.
Yeah.
I was like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, stage crew eats shit. Meanwhile, lighting crew and sound crew are just like, what's that? Side room where we take a nap? Yeah, we got one of those. What, you don't?
No, we don't. But I did get to be on stage multiple times while the lights were up, hidden inside a barricade. But I was on stage.
I don't know. I feel like they still came out better.
Yeah, like, we
Oh
kind of
no,
won
they
on
absolutely.
that one, yeah.
No, they definitely did. The only thing that we had was we got to control the funny levers for the sound guys.
That does sound fun.
Well, I want to be clear, wildly unsafe. Wildly unsafe.
Of course, that's the only way you do child labor.
Oh no, I mean us using the background screen pulleys to send them up to the catwalk so they could skip going through the costume room. Because that was like it was like a fucking maze, and you had to like there was like, oh my god, it was like going through like fucking Saria's forest, man. It's like, okay, you have to take the right here, then go left, then go down the alley, take another right, and then you have to go turn around and go back the way you came so you can actually see the stairs, and then go up the stairs, take a right, and then you're walking for like 30 feet, and then take another right to get to the catwalk. Whatever you do, don't go left. That's where the defunct wheelchair lift is. Why is the wheelchair lift here? Why does it go up this high? Nobody knows.
We like to put wheelchair users on the catwalk and then throw them off. It's, old pastime of ours.
I don't know, man.
Need to amuse ourselves somehow.
Yeah, you gotta get your kicks somehow. Everyone has a hobby. Don't kink shame. But, yeah, so anyway, in terms of stuff that's happening, Pal World's still doing great. Nintendo is still molding. Nintendo fans are saying, please leave our billion-dollar company alone.
Yeah, please, we're just $1 billion company. Stop bullying them.
Well, I kid. They aren't saying leave our billion-dollar company alone.
No, I know.
They're saying kill yourself, die, die, die. We're going to kill you, is what they're actually saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently a bunch of the Pal World people are getting death threats from Nintendo fans for daring to make a better Pokemon game than
They better be
Nintendo.
careful. The Power World people will put them in the game and sexualize them.
Stop. It's turning me on.
What was the... yes, son, I'm going to teach you how to make any bully leave you alone forever. You wait until he starts hitting him, and then you go, stop, no! I'll get an erection.
And then it turns out the bully's gay, and that was a summer you'll never forget. Right, Atten?
No, that's not quite how that happened.
Oh, just sign then. Okay, I see.
I mean,
That's
he
not
left
fun.
pretty quick, so I don't know. Methinks he doth protest too much,
Yeah,
or
I guess he
possibly too
died.
little.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? All right, now that Sign's gone, we can talk about actual fan fiction.
We can?
PC
Woo.
crashed. Well, I mean, I was gonna bring up Sign L's next. That was the next thing on the docket. Man, that's a really convenient crash.
Listen, if you want to go get food, just do what I do. I'm getting food.
Yes,
Bye.
indeed. But yeah. So, what the fuck is that? Ah. Yes. Sign
Fuck
had
off,
a recent
phone. I said it.
discussion with some of his fans. Let me try and
Oh,
find
no.
where he
Oh, that's never
posted
good.
that. He did something stupid somewhere.
Do you know how little that narrows it down?
I'm aware it doesn't narrow it down.
That
like, at all.
listen, that still remains my favorite GIF on the internet, partially because it's so old and it makes me feel less bad about my age.
So, Sign decided to get into an argument with a individual about the latest chapter of what was this one for?
Tanya Star Wars?
No, this looks
I
to
would say
be
it's usually Tanya Star Wars.
Worm.
Oh no.
Oh, How I Learned to Love the Shaper, it looks like. Which is a self-insert story in where Sign takes over Queen Shaper, aka Amy's power from Worm.
Oh, didn't we already see
And-
this with like a
I
trans
assume
person
it's
that
just
basically took
relentlessly
over?
horny. I assume it's just relentlessly horny because it's Psy.
Yes, it's Sign, and Amy's obviously a lesbian. And I mean, I did make it. Now, admittedly, you gotta give me, credit where it's due. Is I did make him do the dopamine button joke, where every single time that Amy, early on in the early chapters, which are the chapters I cared about because that was the chapters before all the sex, every single time Amy started doing anything, he would just press the dopamine button in her brain.
Oh.
What do you mean doing anything? Like with her powers?
Doing anything, well, no, doing anything like being depressive or arguing with him or
That is not.
self-deprecating.
Press the dopamine button.
Nope, you're not allowed to be sad. Dopamine. Dopamine.
Oh
Dopamine.
my fuck god. That girl was already fucked up, and he's just going off and fucking her up even more.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Okay, it's Sign. It's not like he was ever gonna make her better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, in the latest chapter, apparently, some thug decided to shoot up a store, and obviously, Vista and Amy stopped him and kind of kicked the shit out of him because he shot up a store with people inside it.
Yeah?
And the guy proceeds to take the thug side in the comments, saying that saying he said comments like he was just doing it for street cred. He wasn't trying to commit a crime.
Fuck off.
He wasn't trying to kill the store owner with the gun that he fired at the store owner with. The thug was fearing for his life when, after he pulled the gun out and pointed it at the store owner pointed a shotgun at him. So the thug was just shooting at the store owner in self-defense.
Not. Okay. That's
Yeah.
a statement.
Yeah. And other such amazing attempts at defending a gangster for holding up a store. Oh yeah, also that it's the store owner's fault for escalating it because the thug was just going to steal some money.
That is just. I know. I can see why if it's fine, he couldn't resist. It's still stupid that he didn't.
Yeah. And so of course Sign could not resist responding. Proceeding to quote cannon at the guy. And then it got worse.
You don't say.
Yeah, and so yeah, that
Mm.
happened. And I'm just like, Sign, why'd you do
Why
that?
did you respond?
Why were you dumb enough to respond?
I don't know. He can't help himself. He kind of just he walks himself into those. All right, gentlemen, what fan fiction do we cover tonight?
How's about we're getting a new Lord of the Rings sequel. How's about we hit up Lord of the Rings?
Are you sure
Regular or
about
crossover?
that? The crossover
I don't-
section in general is just bad. Like it's just flat bad. It's not like funny bad. It's just bad. Basically, no one who writes a Lord of the Rings crossover knows how to actually cross over Lord of the Rings.
It's so infuriating, especially because, listen, you have to be mindful of who you're putting them in and what. Right? Okay, let's take, for example, Frieren. Frieren could work really well in Lord of the Rings, but not because she's going to kill everything, although she would. In fact, she's kind of a problem for the very soft magic system that Tolkien does. No, the reason Frieren would be useful because of all the themes in Frieren's story.
Right.
And all of the interesting specific things that Tolkien has set up, right? Honestly, if I was gonna do it, I would be the entire story would probably be 8 or 9 chapters of Frieren in Rivendell discussing shit with Elrond and Arwen.
Mm.
And at some point you'll do a smash cut of, yeah, they went on the journey to get rid of the ring, but with a wizard who could just Zoltrack everything, it wasn't much of a goddamn challenge.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah. Because, again, the things that would be interesting would be, Frieren is...
Philosophical discussions. Yeah.
Yeah, it's constantly dealing with themes of life and death and love, dealing with loving people that are not necessarily going to stick around as long as you. Guess what? All that plays super well off of Arwen and Aragorn, off of half-elves in Tolkien's universe in general, about the passing of the elves and the waning of their power, because that's also a theme in Frieren. How someone like Frieren might deal with being tempted by the ring. All that shit could be really interesting. But if you put her in there, the entire story is wrecked, and you have to realize that, yeah. Oh, hey, we're going through the mountains of Caradhras. Zoltrack the snow.
Yeah,
Make
see,
a giant shield.
that's the real big thing is, people don't understand, Zoltrack is a good example. Zoltrak is the ultimate piercing spell.
Mm.
It's a spell so cheap and powerful because it's been hyper optimized over 100 years of magic war, effectively.
Yeah.
And
Along
it
with the
blows
shield
every
spell.
other spell out of the water in terms of its piercing capability. Sure, it's not the strongest, but when you can actually hit your fucking target, it doesn't matter if it's not the strongest.
Yeah.
And then, in response, the magics they came up with to block Zoltrak, which aren't many and you need to preemptively cast them, but they exist, are also extremely strong defenses because they have to be to stop a piercing spell. And it's not like, oh, it's just a normal defense. It's like, no, it's a special spell. It's like, how to put this? It's like you end up in, 1600s and, guns are starting to get popular, but you have level 4 plates. Yeah, it's stopping the fucking 50 cal musket ball. It's stopping the 30 cal smoothbore musket ball. It's stopping the musket balls. They're not getting through your level 4 plates. Period. Like at all. Because what they're made to stop is just so far in advanced of that line of tech. It's like, yeah, sure, it's big, it's heavy, and if you are unarmored and get hit by one, you are just as fucked or more fucked than would you be if you were shot by a normal gun in the modern day. But when it's placed against defenses against the modern gun, it's even less effective than the modern gun is against them.
Yeah.
And
And I can't stress this
Mm.
enough. It's also something that's been so hyper optimized and
Yeah.
everybody knows about it that sure, it was a big deal at the time. But and this is again, there's a lot of things Freerun does right with Freerun, with Stark, with just really
Fern.
everyone.
Yeah.
Fern and like just it really does a lot of stuff right. But
Mhm.
it was a great one where Freerun's revenge against the guy that made Zoltrak was not killing him. That wasn't her revenge. Her revenge was that Zoltrak was ordinary offensive magic, and you blocked it with ordinary defensive magic. She made this guy's magnum opus a Glock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was
no,
her revenge.
not a Glock. A Draco.
Okay,
Mm.
sure, a Draco. Right, but the point being that it's everybody has it, everybody knows what it is.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Mm.
afraid of it.
Yeah.
And it's seen as more impressive to use and train in other magic, but you still will know Zoltrak and the defensive spell.
Because you just that's what it is. Everybody learns it, because if you don't, you're stupid.
I mean, it's like a great example, actually. I'm pretty sure they actually took direct inspiration for this. It's a great example of tank munitions. Tank munitions went through the same sort of evolution in where they hit. Everyone was trying literally everything for tank munitions for a long time. There was thousands of variations of ammo and shell size and barrel length and just what was in the shell, how the shell deployed, when the shell deployed, like just so much. We were just trying literally fucking everything, trying to figure out how to make these fucking tanks work. And then at the same time, we were also trying out all the different armors. How costly is it to make this armor type? What does it defend against? They're using this. We need to use that. Blah, 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 blah. And then eventually, someone figured out the most optimal shell size, barrel length, and deployment method. And so then everyone just invented the one armor that defended against that one shell. Because that shell was so good, it became the general shell. It just became the standard shell that literally everyone used because it was just so much better than the thousands of variations. But then, once that became the general shell, and we made the general defense to the general shell, then we started splitting again off of the general shell. Like, it kind of like entered into a funnel, and then we exited out of the funnel. And now, God, holy shit.
Jesus, dude.
And now we're entering into an era again of where we're developing a wide range of ammo types again to try and get around the general defense that defeats the general shell.
I see. So everybody figured out that and I'm just making stuff up, the 180 millimeter barrel with the shell going this way, firing this way, is the thing that will kill everybody. So then everybody figured out how to stop that thing.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, right? Like, if you, going all the way back to it, if you were to put in Freeman, right? Her learning that half-elves get a choice? Well, first of all, her learning that half-elves are a thing, because I'm pretty sure they're not a thing in Freerin, correct?
I do not believe they are, no. No, they might be.
Have we run into them? That's a great question.
Maybe?
But either way, right,
Yeah.
one of the things that Freerin covers is how different that she and other elves are from people because they don't worry about dying. They take their time. So her finding out that half-elves get a choice? Yeah, it's like a whole chapter and a whole discussion.
Yeah. But, I mean, yeah, it's just like...
But yeah, there's lots of people who they just put... It's like the guy who put a Guardian... I think we talked about it already, but the guy who put a Guardian in.
Yeah.
And it's like, listen, you have... You understand the lore for both, and you're clearly a big fan of them, which is cool. But you don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it's... And it's not possible with every fandom as well, though. But it's also like, in Lord of the Rings fandom makes it really hard. Destiny fandom makes it really hard. Because, like, Lord of the Rings fandom makes it hard because, much like Marvel, you have God. Literal fucking God in the series. Like, it is a real thing, active, working, doing stuff. So you can't have a situation where it's like... X character enters into Lord of the Rings and starts just like fucking killing everyone. Because Eru Iluvatar would be like, yeah, no.
He'd be like, no, I don't think you're going to do that now. And now I will say, when you bring other people in, him being there would... You can just go and artificially suppress power levels if you want to. Because in theory, Gandalf and Saruman and whatnot, they all could have been doing things maybe not quite as cool as Freerin, because Tolkien still had a pretty soft, low-power magic system. But the reason that Gandalf wasn't out there busting out power word kill was not because Gandalf doesn't have power word kill. He does, in fact, have it.
Yeah.
God just told him not to use it.
Yeah, because it was something along the lines of yada yada. The people should, do their own thing and their own choices and stuff like that. And you need to be the wise man that can offer advice, but not the king, effectively.
Well, yeah, he wasn't there to solve their problems. He and the other wizards were only allowed to intervene specifically when Sauron, or one of his creations, was up to some magical fuckery. Like, and I want to be clear, it had to be magical fuckery on a certain level, like powered by angels that human sorcery could not have obtained. Because there were human sorcerers, totally a thing, most of them hung out in Rune and Harad because the Numenorians didn't do that because God told them not to.
Right.
And when they didn't listen to God, he sank their fucking island. Which, you know, kind of leaves some generational trauma, if you will.
Minor amounts.
But the wizards were only permitted to intervene enough to even the scales, right? That's why Gandalf couldn't just create a solar beam and blast the Nazgul out of existence. But he could create magical light that kept people from being, and I can't stress this enough, supernaturally afraid of the
Yeah.
Nazgul. He couldn't stop them from looking at the giant flying weird dragon thing and their pants turning brown. He could stop it from having the fear aura that made them have brown pants.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. And so it's like one of those things of like, yeah, you could actually make it a plot point that Eru Luvatar was like, all right, yeah, I'll let you in. You can talk to you can have fun on my little game map, but I'm limiting you to level 5. You're not level 20. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, there's a very real chance that if you took someone like Elminster, God would appear and be like, all right,
No.
look, you're limited to, like, magic missile. And let's be honest, Elminster would be like, oh shit, I'm getting a challenge run? Let's go, baby!
Only magic missile? Wait, I can cast spells this time?
Elminster looking suspiciously at the deity. Do I get to keep my dick?
What? Do I get to keep my dick? This time. What do you mean this time?
I
Someone
may have
crashing out of a
pissed
beam,
Mistra
yeah.
off several times.
Yeah. Starfield was not a good game.
Oh, it was not.
Oh.
Also, yeah, again, probably one of the funniest things that exists in old D&D lore. Mistra got sick of Elminster thinking he was hot shit and that he was, in fact, Mistra's gift to women. And Mistra was like, you know what? Period.
Indeed. And he did not change at all.
No. Well, no, to be fair, he did change. He spent, like, 100 years being celibate because she told him the only way he was getting his dick back was to get laid.
Fair.
But he did eventually give in.
Fair.
Let's see who. Okay, Sneaky. Who would be the funniest character that if we put in and you put them on a challenge run in Middle Earth? What character and what challenge run are they getting?
Honestly, Ranma. No challenge run. I just think it would be
Yeah.
funny.
You know what? Yes, I would. Listen, half my enjoyment from that is going to come from, like, Saruman watching his Urukai sprint to find the ring bearer. He's watching them through the Palantir, and he just sees some dude who looks like he's from. Is it Rune or Harad that's Asia?
Pretty sure
I
think
Harad
it's
Harad
be
is
Africa.
Egypt.
Yeah.
Egypt, Arab.
Harad was Egypt and that area.
Arabia.
Yeah, so it was Rune. Yeah, so Rune. He's just looking. First of all, why is someone from Rune trying to destroy the ring? Second of all, how is he punching my Urukai in plate mail to death?
Yeah.
That's accurate.
Also, very, very confused when Ranma falls in the river.
And honestly, you even have like a setup for it. however he ends up there, Eru Iluvatar is just like, look, I will dispel your curse if you help them out. Not because they need help. I just think it'd be funny.
No, you know what? I can see Eru just looking down and being like, and going, look, this has played out a lot. There's been a lot of versions of this. And I just kind of feel sorry for Frodo. So give the little dude a hand, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, you know what else would be really? Oh, I can see it now. Instead of Eowyn falling for Aragorn, she falls for Ranma. She falls for male Ranma, and she keeps getting confused as to who this hussy that looks like Ranma is.
He's not that dumb.
Mm.
I would say more the running joke would be every single time they have a moment together, water splashes on him
Oh yeah,
and just totally kills the mood. Every single time.
yeah, that's fair. Oh, the best part is you can keep the running joke going. Of course, because of course, someone in Middle Earth is going to have to fall for female Ranma, Faramir.
That's kind of mean. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, okay, but if you're
Is
all, here's the thing: if you're already having Eowyn go for Ranma, you're already mean to Faramir.
I mean, yeah, yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Like, if you're going to listen, if you're going to make Faramir the whipping boy, then make Faramir the whipping boy.
Yeah, that's fair. And with a whip, there's a way, as we all know.
That's true. Or, I mean, I guess you could do Boromir, but Boromir. That's the thing. Boromir's not stupid either. Although, I mean, there could be some comedy value in Faramir getting his ass beat by a woman.
Here you go. Have this one. Good soundbite for AI. I want AI to do my laundry and dishes so I can focus on art and writing, not for AI to do my art and writing so I can focus on laundry and dishes.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of AI hate out there, and it's somewhat justified and somewhat unjustified, and unfortunately people are just too retarded to be right about it.
Well,
Like
yes.
Hank Green. Everyone knows Hank Green, right?
Vaguely.
YouTube science guy. And he does all the YouTube science opinions that people used to share around in like shorts and shit. And he had cancer at one point, beat the cancer, yada yada yada. He was the YouTube science guy. He was the Bill Nye of YouTube, effectively. And I do mean that in the most Bill Nye way possible of like, I'm going to simplify complicated subjects into a way that retards can sort of feel good about understanding. Obviously, 99% of what he did was just go and read the Wikipedia page and then use smaller words. Literally, anyone could do what Hank Green did in terms of expanding their knowledge on a subject by just using Google, which is probably what he did as well. It's not like he was an expert in all of these topics. He just, explained them in a way that people liked, right? People started hating him. He's also a massive leftist. People started hating him recently because he started using AI for his research. And I had to explain to someone that it makes sense if you think about it. because to the average person, they can go use AI. In their mind, research is like this sacred object that only smart people can do. And they aren't smart person, whether that's a subconscious or conscious thought. They don't consider themselves a smart person because they don't go do research. They listen to Hank Green, who does the research for them. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that is what it is, right? But to this average Joe retard, hearing that Hank Green is going to use AI for his research now, they in their minds go, well, I can just go ask Grok. I can just go ask Gemini or ChatGPT or whatever the topic. Like, why do I need to watch your video then if all you're going to do is do the thing that I can do? Because in their minds, that's just how it is, right? He's not doing the sacred research anymore. Now he's just using AI.
Yeah.
And they stopped and they were like, oh, yeah, I can kind of understand it now when you put it like that. Because I mean, that's
see.
kind. It's just, I mean, it's what it is. What it is at the end of the day. It's, you know, stupid people, like they don't get like one of the most popular video types on YouTube to this day still is, I went on a website and read an article that you could have easily read, but I'm going to read it for you and add possibly next to no commentary or commentary that just confirms your bias. And that's it. That's their whole channel. That's all they do is they just read an article that you could have read yourself and they add some commentary that conforms to your bias.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't watch those people. That's how I get through the day, is I just throw them up in the background because I don't have time to read the fucking articles while I'm working, obviously, but I
Yeah.
can listen to someone while I'm working. But, you know, so I mean, I'm not saying I'm special and I don't do that. No, I absolutely fucking do it, but I cultivate the people I listen to because they actually have opinions that sometimes disagree with me about a wide bevy of things, and we have minor disagreements across political spectrum opinions. But what I do know they do is they actually do the research. They don't just pull up the fucking article. They pull up the
Yeah, I would
article
say the
and go,
important thing is,
okay,
are they doing the research? And
yeah,
are they capable of separating and making it clear, this is what it says. This is a fact. Here's my thoughts about a fact.
right. Or this is what the article says. Here is this other article contradicting it. Here's another article contradicting both of them. Here's the principle that they're talking about. I think this article is the most correct one because it most aligns with this principle.
Yeah.
And it's like, great. Thank you for doing all of that research for me. I agree with you because I specifically cultivated you in a way, not because you confirm my biases, but because you do the research that I don't feel like doing.
Yeah.
Which apparently a lot of people don't do. Man, Philly D. The fall of Philly D. He's still going, by the way.
I'm sure he is, but I stopped watching him a long time ago.
Yeah, everyone did.
I'm just watching. I am instead listening to Goblin Town in my lane.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, no, it's doing this whole AI thing. I am curious what effect it's actually going to have on like Hollywood and shit, because we're getting ever closer to AI being able to have a continuous, coherent thought in terms of a production capacity. Instead of
Yeah.
needing to do 30 second, we went from like 5-second clips to 20-second clips to a minute clips, and now we're multi-minute clips where the AI doesn't need to be reminded what it's animating, doesn't need to be
Yeah.
retold what it's doing.
Well, there was a whole anime done by AI about the people living on Mars, and honestly, it was actually kind of a fun little slice of life because it was about a young girl who, like, she basically ran like a YouTube channel, and she went to Mars and like was doing like videography stuff. It's a cute little slice of life. And for the most part, it was like, yeah, you could tell it was AI, but there wasn't like things that were glaringly wrong most of the time with the animation. And now, a big thing that helped was it was human beings doing the VA, right? That made a huge difference. But yeah, it was fine. I enjoyed it for what it was worth, knowing that it was AI, because I was like, all right, this is the first time someone's really done this. I want to take a look at this. I want to see how it does. Sneaky?
Did we lose him?
I think we did, because he's just
Hey,
highlighted green.
Oh, there he is.
he is always.
Yeah, I just heard him for a second.
I can't hear him at
No,
all.
you just caught me at a really bad. You trailed off in the one moment I had to mute my mic to start coughing.
Oh, okay, got
Oh.
it. Sorry. Sorry.
Like, I got through your whole explanation and I was fine, and just as you were starting to trail off, I'm like, fuck.
You're like, oh god, I'm dying.
But yeah, no, I think that the real problem is that I don't think an AI, in the way it currently is set, is ever going to be able to genuinely replace quality dialogue, voice acting, etc. Because
No, as it exists now, no.
people put a lot of emotion that they don't it's not even something we think about. They put a lot of emotion into dialogue, into the voice acting of the dialogue.
Yeah.
And you can mechanically get the dialogue down, right? You can mechanically write the perfect dialogue, air quotes. But as a species that's focused around communication, as one of our strongest attributes is our ability to communicate with each other in a way that is very complex. You are effectively trying to do the equivalent of put on a duck costume and hope the ducks are stupid enough to think you're just a really big duck. You're gonna get some of them.
I suppose, yes.
Some people are going to be stupid enough that, yeah, they're just going to consume AI and be like, oh my god, that was great. But these are also the same people that are already consuming, like, the current Supergirl and being like, oh my god, that was great. The one that just absolutely flopped in the movie theaters so hard it made less
Yep.
money than Morbius.
I
Oh.
I so hate that movie. Like,
Yeah. Which one, Morbius or the new Supergirl?
the new Supergirl. Like, it
Mm.
just makes me so fucking mad.
It,
Because again, they took a mediocre book and shitted it up.
yeah. Well, it's also just like how to frame, like, so the way to frame this is going to be very complex and hard. Right. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. What the fuck? Right. So a woman wrote the movie. And why this is important is the IQ scale and the cultural scale. And what I mean by this is you're going to have more male retards, but you're also going to have more smart men. And on the flip side, you're going to have more middle of the road average women. And then on the societal scale, you have certain cultural artifacts and traditions and behaviors that are exclusive to women culturally. I'm not talking about biology here, I'm talking about culture. And because of this, certain priorities and worldviews are more prevalent among the female population. And when combined with the middle of the road approach that female intelligence takes, what you end up with is a lot of mediocre women who can only view the world as a woman through a woman lens and can only imagine entertainment in a woman way. And unlike male entertainment, where it doesn't matter how smart you are or how stupid you are, pretty much every guy is going to be interested in explosions. Hot women. Explosions with hot women. Robots. Spaceships. Normal ships. Trains. Guns. Fights.
Now,
Big armies.
the real way to get our attention is when you start combining those things.
Indeed.
So give me a boat with guns, and then put it in space. And once again, all media returns to Space Battleship Yamato.
That was quick.
Yes.
But
It's a really
point
short
being,
path. Listen, it's really easy to get back to the optimal thing. It's not like carnicization. It's real simple. Space
Right.
Battleship Yamato.
But female entertainment, on the other hand, is not universal. You have plot threads that can be universal, as you can see with, like, Twilight, for example. But that's tapping into the idea of women's imagination, in where they effectively erase Belle from existence in the story and replace Belle with themselves, and that was the point of Belle in the story, is to be so bland that any woman could imagine themselves in her spot
Yeah.
and imagine herself taking place in the book. That was the whole point. That's how. And it's the same thing with Hallmark movies. It's so bland that it appeals to a wide base. Men generally aren't interested in female entertainment. And the problem that you encounter in Hollywood specifically, and generally, the book Hollywood and game Hollywood, the equivalents, of course, is that because women typically can't imagine a world outside of theirs, you end up with a lot of female entertainment not aimed at women, but instead aimed at the woman writing it. The woman writing it is writing it for themselves because they think that's the peak entertainment. And they can't imagine other women not liking it because they're obviously right. And so what we end up with is Supergirl. What we end up with is Witcher Blood Moon. What we end up
Miss
with
Marvel.
is the Disney one with the black lesbians.
Fuck. Ironheart?
No. The Star Wars one.
Yeah.
What was that called?
Man, I don't know. I've tried to can you give me a little more on the
Yeah.
plot? Like, what happened in the movie?
It was a prequel to the movies, and
The new
black
sequel, yeah.
lesbians invented having force sex to produce a force baby. The phrase "the
The
power of
ones with
many"
the Witches
came
of
from it.
Baphomet or whatever. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. They were the
Fuck,
ones that gave Pelagius the idea to create Anakin. Yeah.
That sounds like Acolyte.
Acolyte. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna guess
Yeah.
it was Acolyte, but I only watched like 2 episodes.
Acolyte was so bad that Disney is actually trying to memory hole it.
Oh, listen, that doesn't surprise me. It can join a glorious. It can go sit gloriously in the memory hole with the Star Wars Christmas special.
True. Why they thought that was a good idea is beyond me.
Okay, look, at least the Christmas special has the excuse of being in the 80s and they were doing a fuckload of drugs, man.
Yeah, sir. That is, I will give you that. That is fair. But damn. Acolyte was so bad they're memory holing it, and it was just a horrendous waste of money.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Like, the worst part about that is, like, it's once again a product that, like, you watch, because I watched, like, 2 episodes, and I was like, you have something here. You could do something with this. But you didn't.
Because they
Like-
can't. Because the person writing it is... Women make the worst and best artists because half of being an artist is being confident in your art being something worth sharing. And women are nothing if not overconfident about everything they do. Sometimes that makes it better. Sometimes that means there's no turning off the road, and the road ends with a fiery cliff. Alright, so who is the writer for Acolyte? Oh, wow! Look at that! It's a frumpy, ugly, 40-something-year-old woman. And that leads us to part 2 of why women run media ends up being so dog shit. Women hate it when other women are prettier than them. Fucking despise it. They hate that shit so much. There is hundreds of videos out there on YouTube and other places of channels dedicated to just being like, we got a hot girl to walk around New York Square and we recorded all of the women's reactions to the hot girl.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
the men's reactions, the women's reactions. And every single time it was a 4 or 5 or a 6 woman or lower, honestly. I think it's 6 below, really. Every single time they came across the hot girl, the second they thought the hot girl was not able to see them anymore, nasty looks, disgusted faces, sneers.
Walking behind her back.
Yeah. They hate women prettier than them. And so what you get when you put an ugly fucking woman in charge of writing is you get uglier women in the show.
That had to used to
or
be a
game.
man. That used to be a man. No way.
No way.
All
No,
right,
I
we're
don't
really
think so.
we're not doing that right now.
No.
Like,
I'm just saying that face, unless that's an edit,
Nope.
does not look like a woman's to me.
Yeah, nope. It is a woman.
Damn. See, that looks better. I think it might be the lighting. Then.
Maybe
Maybe
she
the
was just
lighting and the
younger when it
angle,
was
that-
taken.
That first picture just, ugh.
But I mean, yeah, no, she always was a woman. Yeah. Oh wow, she's a lesbian too. Oh, who could have guessed? What's that? The lesbian wrote a show about being a lesbian and wasted millions of Star Wars dollars and goodwill over it? Oh. Let's see, who else was on this? Ugly woman. That guy's gay. Ugly woman. Wow.
What did he?
That's
Even
a male
Andros thought it was a
feminist.
man.
That's a
Even Andros
male
thought it was a man.
feminist. This is like, holy shit, like, I'm sorry, but like, male feminist.
Yeah, that is. Wow, that is a male feminist who was deep in hipster culture when it was popular.
Another
Whale?
ugly woman. Oh god, you're an ugly woman.
Oh.
That, Jesus Christ, how do they keep getting worse? Okay, I mean,
She
you're
looks
not
like
terrible.
chemo patient. She's not bad. That Jen Richards looked like a chemo patient with a wig.
Yeah. He's not terrible. He's pretty mid, though.
Wrote WandaVision though. Breaking the fourth
Oh.
wall.
One of the worst episodes. So he's just
And
really
I got
bad
it
at his
along.
job. Got it. But yeah, point being is that those were all the writers for Acolyte. They're all ugly women or yes men who were there for possibly diversity reasons. Because one of them looked pretty gay and the other one was black. And apparently he's terrible at writing. So he was definitely not there because he was good at it. But point being, no shit that the characters ended up being ugly. The story was garbage because it was just a fucking fantasy story of this one woman's sexual fantasies. No shit, it didn't appeal to anyone. We all came here for Star Wars. Instead, we got Wattpad horny posting. Now, yeah, so this is the person, the Mari Shizumazaki. That's not a flattering photo of her. Can we actually get a picture of just Mari that is actually flattering and not literally the worst fucking photos in existence of her with overexposed light?
No.
Literally all they do is take the worst fucking photos of her. Okay, that one's pretty decent. The lady who created Bayonetta. Gee. Looks a bit better than the previous lineup. Who was the one, who was the other one that everyone screams about? Oh man, it was another Japanese artist or Korean artist or whatever it was. I'm forgetting. But anyway, point being, not ugly woman created a not ugly woman with an interesting character, and then her husband assisted her in generating a character. And
Is this
storyline.
a game creator or a mangaka? Because I know the Hunter x Hunter mangaka
That's
is
the creator
also
of
married.
Bayonetta.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
But I don't think she was the character artist.
No, that is the character artist. She is the creator.
Oh, that was it? Okay.
She is the artist of Bayonetta. Yeah. Her husband was the one who made the game.
Got it.
But she made the art for Bayonetta. So it's just like, you know. And then you have Stephanie Meyer, who, fairly smart woman. All right in looks. But really, her genius was in character design in terms of creating the most bland character in existence. A character so bland that literally anyone was able to self-insert as her. Yeah. It was honestly a marvel. An absolute mastercraft accidentally. I mean, she was trying to do it on purpose, but I don't think she had the idea that it would, you know, home run that hard. Grand slam. And I say all this because I go to Barnes & Noble, and I look at the new fiction section. You know what it all is? I'm gay and black and possibly trans, and I'm fighting the government, and I'm disabled, and I'm loud, and here's my fantasy story about how I destroy the evil patriarchal government that's holding me back. That's new fantasy. That's an entire fucking multiple lines of bookshelves of just that story idea of every author just being like, literally me, and I'm fighting the patriarchy. It's a fantasy story, some fucking how. I guess the fantasy part is them being able to do anything. And then the small, tiny little, like, it was like 3 shelves of books out of like 5 new fantasy bookshelf lines. 3 single shelves of not that.
I see.
And I mean, some of them were interesting. Oh yeah, I got sent back in time, and now I have to fight dinosaurs with a laser sword and save the future. It's like, okay, maybe I'll read you one day. But the new fantasy is, it's empty. There's nothing there. No entertainment. I don't know who the fuck's buying these books, but they keep fucking publishing them. And it's not good. We're not getting any fucking fantasy out of it. We're not getting any new stories. We're not getting any new series. Everything's a fucking rehash after a rehash after a rehash. And the directors of it all are too fucking stupid to realize that maybe the problem isn't the new ideas. The problem is the people making them. Maybe the
No.
audience does want new ideas and new heroes and new villains with new plots. Maybe we don't have to reboot Spider-Man for the 12th time, except everyone's black this time. You know, maybe we just make a new hero finally after 90 years. We make a new hero, and we don't make their hero origin story about them being black, about them being gay, about them being, fucking any of those other goddamn identity tags. Maybe they just have a normal fucking hero story. They were bullied for being the weird kid. They got powers and they wanted to do the right thing. Yip yip hawa. I just it pisses me off because I have watched billions, tens, hundreds of billions of dollars be wasted in the games industry, in the book industry, in the movie industry, the TV show industry, all the fucking industries. They are just burning money, flinching away from making new things, because every time they try and make a new thing, they hire the worst fucking people to do it. And then are like, oh, I don't understand. I guess the people just don't want new things. It's like, no! I want new things, but I don't want my chair made out of hard shit. I don't care how much money you spent to get the grass-fed alligator shit, and then you pressed it into pellets, and it's put together with all natural vegan glue. I don't care. I want a chair that I can use that doesn't smell like shit. It's not that I don't want a new chair. I mean, all you have to do is just look at how desperate people are online. People clamored for a WoW movie for damn near 2 decades. And then when they finally made the WoW movie, they put people that never even played the fucking video game in charge of it. They put people who didn't even know there was a book series detailing what they were making a movie about. in charge of it. How does that make sense? Oh, we really need a return on this. People have been demanding this forever. So what should we do? We should put the people who don't give a shit in charge. That'll make sure that they do this movie justice. And it's not about doing it right. Like, look, I understand it's a company. They want money. Well, great news. I have fantastic news for everyone. The best way to make money is to make people enjoy the product.
Don't be ridiculous.
Hmm.
I mean, the fucking cartel has it down. And they have a product that literally fucking kills you, yet people keep buying it. And I don't mean eventually, I mean your next hit could kill you, and people still buy it. And you can't say that movies weren't that addictive. You can go on YouTube, you can go on Reddit. People have turned their homes into shrines around whatever movie they became obsessive about. They loved that movie so much. It was the equivalent of crack for them. They run their whole lives around certain series. So you can't say that it's not the same fucking thing at the end of the day. Sure, yeah, watching the next Star Wars movie might not give you a heart attack unless your name's Atten and you went there for a Star Wars movie and instead you got, well, anything that came out after 2007.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, you know, there's people out there that have turned their entire homes. Their living room is not a living room, it's the Star Wars shrine room, where their couch is a limited edition Star Wars couch with a limited edition duvet over it, with a limited edition Star Wars themed fucking what's the thing that's called yeah,
Like,
the thing you rest your feet
collectible?
on. The
Footrest?
no, it's like a. If you put a pillow on a low table and you rest your feet on it, you know, it's like you typically see
Oh.
it to make the L in the
Oh,
couch.
yeah.
Ottoman?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ottoman. You know, Star Wars Ottoman, and they have they drink out of Star Wars cup. What the fuck was... Okay, it's working now. Okay, yeah, I'm not going crazy. For some reason, my headset just decided to stop working.
Oh, that's lovely.
I'm looking at the fucking battery manager, and it says I have 84% charge left, so it just turned off. For...
I'm not working today.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Star Wars cups and Star Wars plates and Star Wars bowls with Star Wars cutlery, and they have a Star Wars fucking oven and fridge and everything. They wear Star Wars clothes, and all they talk about is Star Wars, and they go to Disney every single year so they can get more Star Wars shit, and they buy Star Wars collectibles online, and they bought out the Bath and Body stock of Star Wars, and every Star Wars game, you bet your ass they're buying it day one and playing it. Even if it's shit, they're gonna say it's good. Because their entire existence is Star Wars. So you can't say it's not equivalent of crack, because it's clearly the equivalent of crack. But what series has generated anything like that in the past 20 years?
Yeah, I mean the answer there's really not much of anything. Like that comes to mind.
Now, I can think of a couple of animes that have caused people to go literally fucking insane and devote their lives to turning their house into a shrine of it.
Bless you.
But movies? TV shows? Sure, Reacher's good. No one has a Reacher themed house. Sure, Jack Ryan was good. No one has a Jack Ryan themed house. Apparently, people watch Euphoria. I mean, you could make an argument there are Euphoria themed houses, but that wasn't quite the intention when those people made that. You know, there's no new Star Wars fan. No one's making their house into a shrine of the sequel Star Wars movies. The only people that are doing that are old Star Wars fans that are too deep in the crack hole to stop. And even then, maybe only half of room, maybe only some of the room, maybe they only bought one of the new Star Wars stuff. They still bought it, obviously, but maybe the bathroom is sequel Star Wars themed, you know.
Yeah.
But what movie? Yellowstone was a big show. I haven't seen anything come out of that. What big book has come out? When was the last time we heard about a big book?
I mean,
Nothing.
I'm gonna stand up there and be talking about Sanderson, but
Yeah, but Sanderson's been writing his series since forever. Same thing for George R.R. Martin. Like like that's not a new series coming out of nowhere and taking the world by storm like Harry Potter did.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That's them digging deep into the barrel and being like, oh well, I guess we can make a series out of this. And because it was already popular a long time ago, it became popular now. But Game of Thrones, that show was terrible. The only good parts of the show were the parts where the directors and writers of the show didn't interfere with what the books were doing.
Yeah.
And even then, with how blazingly popular the show was, I don't see Game of Thrones fanatics. I see Song of Ice and Fire fans, and they're pretty serious, and they only talk about Song of Ice and Fire. But Game of Thrones? No. Where's the Game of Thrones rides? Where's the Game of Thrones commercials? Where's the Game of Thrones references in other medieval stories? Where, like, they don't fucking exist. What did Game of Thrones add to the collective zeitgeist of fan fiction and fantasy? Nothing.
A lot of horny Harry Potter and Percy Jackson stories, mostly.
True. Fair. Yes. But that's kind of the point, though, right? Oh, yeah, sure. Actually, you know what? 2010s, that was like Percy Jackson. Yeah, okay, actually, you know what? I'll give that.
Yeah,
That's what
actually,
you
like I
thought.
was joking, but I was like, oh wait, no, actually, there was quite a bit from Mr. Percy Jackson.
Yeah, well, there was actually quite a bit that came out of Percy Jackson, but ultimately the series got killed. It's a dead series. I mean, sure, it's still going, but it's a dead series, and the reason why it's a dead series is because the guy who originally made the series is now letting his books be ghost-written by dogshit authors who are focusing on their own little self-insert characters entering into his world. Just for diversity points. We have a Muslim Valkyrie now. Which means that the Valkyrie is either retarded because she's Muslim when she's a Valkyrie. So she's either a heretic according to Islam, or she's retarded if she's a Valkyrie. Because you have literal divine proof of Odin in front of you. You work for the guy.
Mm.
And you're like, no, actually, I believe this other religion is the real religion.
Isn't it because they use hosts or something? So her mortal host is Muslim, and she doesn't say anything about it, which is still bad, but she's not like full Muslim.
Yeah, but she's still black.
Yeah.
Why is a Valkyrie incarnating into a non-Scandinavian?
True.
Well, I mean, as far as that goes, weren't Valkyries just supposed to go into the worthy?
Yeah,
Like,
but
I know,
here's the thing,
like,
right?
theoretically, anyone who was, according to Norse mythology, anyone who is worthy could get picked up by a Valkyrie. You didn't have to. Now, obviously, if you were worshiping Odin, it would help you, but it wasn't a guarantee.
Well, I mean, you have two angles to this. So either anyone's worthy and anyone can be picked up by a Valkyrie because that means Valkyrie have full reign of the entire world because the only religion that's real is the Norse one.
Mm.
Flip side, other religions are real, which means Valkyries actually don't have free pick of everyone in the world because other religions lay claim to their followers in the areas of their followers.
Mm.
Or the Norse religion is so superior to all other religions, which while they might be real, they are just so superior, they still get first pick of everyone no matter where they are. So, no matter how you try and square the circle, it's retarded. No matter how you try and do it. Because either you make the character look stupid or you make the author look stupid. Sometimes you do both.
Yeah.
But it's just a self-insert story being ghost written under his name, which devalues the brand because it's taking it places outside of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. It's the name of the series. And now, admittedly, if you wanted to do a Redoran verse, maybe don't call it Percy Jackson and the Olympians anymore. Maybe Percy Jackson and the Olympians was the initial books, just like The Hobbit was the initial books. We didn't call Lord of the Rings The Hobbit Lord of the Rings. We called it Lord of the Rings. It's taking place in a different time with different characters. Sure, it's taking place in the Tolkien verse.
Well, I mean, the Asgard ones aren't. I mean, it happens in the same verse, but it's called Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. Asgard, not Asgard. So it's
okay.
It's not.
Okay. There.
So it is a different name.
Yeah. All right. There we go. But then you have the problem of the fact that PGO isn't going still. Yeah.
The thing is, Rick Riordan has a bias against all Christian religions. This is known to fans of PGO and all that. So every religion exists except that one.
Which,
well, okay.
Now, to be fair, though,
he makes a very valid point about I cannot have capital G God because the way he wrote his mythos is...
Oh, no, it's not because of the way he wrote his mythos. He just does not like anything involving Christianity or anything attached to it or even slightly connected.
Yes, we know.
We know, but we're also saying so that's the Doyleist explanation. The Watsonian explanation is inside of his universe, a god's power is directly related to the number of followers they have. And aside from Hinduism, the Abrahamic religions have the greatest followership in the entire world across all three religions. So, kind of...
The problem is, Hinduism exists. So...
Yes.
Yes,
That
but
is-
the
Yeah, and
flip
that's another
side
one.
to that is the again, this is his explanation
Mm.
is the Abrahamic God is a singular God. All the powers content, right? Yes, Hindu gods are very powerful, but they are split amongst many bodies, so
Mm.
to speak.
With their strongest ones being 3, triarchy.
Right. But the thing with even with that though is that sure you can believe that the god of creation in the Hindu myth is the god of creation, and sure you have a billion people believing in it. But you have so many denominations that argue, like in some denominations certain gods and characters are so in certain denominations some gods are characters and some characters are gods, and vice versa in other denominations. Some of them are the bad guys, some of them are the good guys. It really depends on what area, what time was focusing on what god of, the god of honor was in the cities because they did a lot of fighting. Meanwhile, the god of agriculture was the main god being worshipped in the rural areas because they did a lot of farming. Stuff like that.
Mm.
And so, who was the most important god for a lot of areas was just the god that was relevant to them. Not.
Yeah.
The rest of the pantheon might have been acknowledged, but not worshipped in the same way. And so, even if you have a billion people believing in Hinduism, you might have only like 100,000 worshippers of the fertility goddess of this branch of this interpretation of Hinduism. Which wouldn't make her stronger than Aphrodite. Because technically Aphrodite is like, fucking Titan spawn and blah 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 blah, and she should be fucking stronger than pretty much all of the other Greek gods, but she's not. Because not a lot of people believe in her or in that specific part of her.
Yeah.
Like the part of her that's actually a war goddess.
Right. And so with the Abrahamic religions, the message is singular in that God is God. He is the God. He is all of it.
He is God. Yes, there's technically 3, but there's still just one.
And no matter what flavor of the religion you want, Eastern Orthodox, Jewish, or Muslim, or whatever else, other definitions, all of them agree that God is God.
Mm.
And so that sort of power level would, in story, make sense to be basically impossible to write. Because at least in, like, with the Greek pantheon, if Poseidon's angry, Demeter can counter him on land, and Zeus can counter him in the skies, and Hades can counter him underground, and, the Titan of the ocean current can counter him in the water, right? There's no counter to God in Abrahamic religion.
Yeah. Even
There's
Lucifer
no-
doesn't counter him because he's the counter of Michael, and Michael counters Lucifer.
Yeah.
Well, no, not even that. Like, to be clear, literally nothing can counter God because he made everything and everyone. And it's not that Satan counters Michael, it's just that they're both archangels. That's it. Like, they're both S-class, right? They're both S-class threats, or however you want to put it. There is no...
Yeah.
The plot of the Bible is not a shonen anime. The plot of the Bible is One Punch Man. God wins. But the point of the story is not God wins. The point of the story is the philosophical debate of what makes a hero.
Mm.
So that's the whole thing with that. But point being, with all of this, is that when you select writers who can't write outside of their hyper niche focus because they're not capable of thinking of other people as other people, you get garbage products. And it doesn't matter how many times you publish them, no one's gonna fucking buy them. And we don't have any new series to replace what the millennials grew up with. The Zoomers grew up with what the millennials had. Alpha grew up with what millennials had. Hell, millennials sort of grew up with what Gen X had. Now,
Yeah, kind of.
admittedly, we did expand on the scene quite a bit. But it was still based on first principles that, boomers and Gen X came up with. And so, there's nothing to replace what we have. There's no new fan fiction because there's no new fiction.
Yeah.
And it's depressing, frankly. So we're going to go into the into the Lord of the Rings section. No crossovers. And we're going to keep going until we hit female author syndrome.
Oh no.
Lament of the Dunedain. When visions pull her attention from her home to Gondor, and a man she has never met, Istune, a Dunedain ranger, must abandon the lands she has spent her life protecting to save that which she holds dear. Drawn into the politics and ancient rivalries of the southern kingdoms, she learns that her blade is not the only weapon she must hone to survive. A Boromir Lives story, Dark AU. Now, I will not call this female author syndrome, because at least the female author is setting up a premise that is more than just I swoop in and I'm magical and everyone dreams of me and I'm amazing. Or I'm fantasizing over the villain fucking me. It's neither of those. The author is trying to insert their character in a...
Is this RC canon then?
Oh yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't have. Damn.
Well, now I will
Go
say
ahead and take
there's
Sinel and
lots
AI.
and
I
lots and lots of
I already
problems
knew
with
he
this.
had one from when I was here on Wednesday. I knew he had one banked, so I took it already.
Mm.
So he's still got one for
Yeah.
next stream.
There you go.
Oh, you do have RC canon. Damn.
Starlight Serenade. Celebrian and Elrond have always dreamed of traveling the lands as a simple couple unbound by duty. The 3,000 years later, exploring the settlements of the West, it has finally come true. Set after the story of departures and arrivals, but you do not need to read that one first. Okay, so that's just a slice of life story of two canon characters, so we can ignore that.
Mm.
Under the Griffin's wings, a man from one world now finds himself in another. If that wasn't enough, he also finds himself with an unexpected female companion. Wow, horny author on main. Well done, sir.
Guess what? Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of things I would touch, but even I wouldn't touch a female urukai.
Oh.
How
Yeah.
far is he willing to let things progress with an Urukai girl, and will he trade his old world for a relationship with her?
Oh boy. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here, not the least of which
Author?
there aren't.
Hurry jail. No parole.
Yeah, author. I don't even know how to take, but first of all,
Wait, does anyone know were urukai shown in a good light or something in Rings of Power?
Yes.
This is a Rings
no,
of
wasn't
Power
it? No,
fan.
no. Wasn't it an orc?
Oh, you're right.
Well, this person I think is a Rings of Power fan because their author profile is awesome yet tragic guy, sorely overlooked and portrayed as disposable cannon fodder. Is his opinion of the urukai.
Thousands of individuals bred to die at the hands of the good heroes. Who were
This
they?
might
What
actually.
are they?
Oh my god.
What
Wait.
about the Urukai women? Would you recognize one if you saw it in their armor and helmets? No, you wouldn't, because there are none. You know why there are none? Because they're fucking artificially created. You
I
know
was
why
gonna say,
they're
they
artificially
are
created?
vat
Because he
born.
wants an army. You know what you do in an army? You send men out.
Well, even if
The
you, let's
orc army of death and destruction was not progressive enough to have women in it.
I would say, even if you were to
Join?
ignore that whole thing, again, they are vat born test tube babies. They don't exist. They're not real. They do not have
Right.
a lifestyle and a culture, and they
Oh,
just,
sure,
it's
they
not
have a
there.
culture. Their culture is killing things and eating them.
This might be an
Anyway,
actual 14-year-old who joined this February.
but no, believe it or not, so that's the thing. Urukai don't have like
Yeah.
they are too new. Now, orcs and goblins have been around long enough that they do in fact have culture and norms and
Well, don't worry.
blah
His
blah blah
favorite
blah blah.
story is Human X Orc, so he's got you covered there as well.
What's fucking wrong with you, man?
Yeah. Listen, there's things even I wouldn't touch, and this person is touching them.
Like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
How much do you
really
want to bet this person saw an artist doing a fucking weird, like, rendition of an attractive orc and urukai, and they fucking fell in love with that? Like, some artist just decided to be funny and draw one, and this person loved it so much seeing it.
Oh, totally. No,
Yep.
this guy was captured by the goon. 100%
Yeah.
captured by the goon. I hate this shit so much of just like, oh, but what about the women?
What women?
What do you mean? What about the women? There aren't women. There's never women were not in the discussion at any point. Oh, but what about the dwarf women? The dwarf women don't matter. They exist. That's how dwarves are made. They have sex. Yes, the dwarf women exist. They don't fucking matter to any conversation. Not because women don't matter or some fucking chud shit like that, but because they're not the ones going out and fighting and dying and capturing and looting and killing and all of those things that you don't want the sole way of reproducing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, and let's be clear, Tolkien makes it abundantly clear to people that dwarf women are completely capable of kicking ass and taking names, and they would honestly, dwarf women are described as like, right? You know how some people buy a gun for self-defense, and some people buy a gun really, really hoping they have an excuse for self-defense? That's what dwarf women are described as by Tolkien. Like, they would love for you to come and try to break into their house because they've got an axe.
I decided to click on the profiles of this person's favorite authors, and the first thing I see with Zoop is Getting Orcs Laid 101.
I mean, it's just
From profile made in 2011. God, they're 28.
like-
They're my age.
yeah.
Suffer.
It's just like how to put this. The women are a humanizing element. Whenever you add women to something, it's a humanizing element. Because obviously you don't like killing women. The average person doesn't like killing women. Socially, biologically, culturally.
Emotionally.
Yeah. It's no one really likes killing women. No one really likes punishing women. But no one generally likes killing women. And so adding women to things humanizes them to make you feel emotions for them because that's their purpose as women. Make you feel emotions. It's kind of the whole thing. But we don't need orc women in a story. We don't need to humanize the conceptual representation of the destruction of civilization. Because if you want to add women to that, do I need to say more? Like, holy shit, people, think. Yes, this species will be known as the Civilization Destroyers. Their purpose is to destroy civilization. Oh, good. We should add tits to it.
Well, yes,
Why?
obviously.
Why should we add tits to it? The destruction of civilization. Why do you want to add tits to that?
Are you saying we shouldn't add them?
I'm
Basically,
saying it's safer to
God.
not add them.
This is the only. This one that wants to fucking be with a female Urukai that doesn't exist is the only male on this list. The rest is all female self-inserts or just female authors
Really?
writing about every single one on the front page with a cross-post to AO3 story as well.
Where's that fucking bartender video? Is it this one? Yes. This one. Here. This is what I'm talking about when it's like, are you sure you want to add women to it? Are you sure you want to make this movie diverse? Are you sure about that? Great little short. Basically, it's just, well, you can just watch it.
Anyway, it's 9 o'clock.
Indeed. I think that's a good way to end the night, you know, on an extremely horny guy who wants to fuck the end of civilization. I think it's a good way to end it. How about you? Yeah? No?
I think it's a way to end it for certain.
I am a non-native English speaker. I am using AI. Yeah, that makes sense, actually, now that you say that. Yeah, that makes sense. No, I will not elaborate. We'll see everyone on Tuesday.